Why you always feel lonely. Even though you're a beautiful girl, loneliness is one of the most misunderstood human emotions. From the outside, it often looks like something that only happens to people who are isolated, rejected, or struggling socially. So when a beautiful girl says, "I feel lonely," it confuses people. How could someone like you feel that way? You get attention. People admire you. You're surrounded by others. And yet, inside there's a quiet emptiness that never seems to go away. This contradiction isn't just real, it's incredibly common. Beauty may open doors, but it doesn't guarantee connection. In fact, sometimes it makes genuine connection harder. If you've ever felt this way, it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means there are deeper emotional and psychological layers at play. Let's explore why loneliness can exist even when everything on the surface seems perfect. 1. Attention is not the same as connection. One of the biggest misconceptions is that attention equals love. As a beautiful girl, you might receive compliments, messages, invitations, and admiration almost daily. But attention is often shallow. It's based on appearance, not who you truly are. People may be drawn to your looks, but that doesn't mean they understand your thoughts, your fears, or your dreams. Over time, this creates a strange emotional gap. You're constantly seen, but rarely known. This can lead to a painful realization. People like what they see, but do they actually like me? And when that question goes unanswered, loneliness grows. 2. You feel objectified instead of valued. Being admired for your beauty can sometimes feel empowering. But when that becomes the only thing people focus on, it starts to feel limiting and even dehumanizing. Instead of being appreciated as a complete person, you may feel reduced to an image. Conversations become predictable. Compliments feel repetitive. People assume things about you before even getting to know you. This creates emotional distance. You may start to guard yourself, thinking, "They only like me for how I look. If I wasn't attractive, would they still be here?" And slowly, you begin to withdraw, not because you want to, but because it feels safer. 3. It's hard to know who is genuine. When people are naturally drawn to you, it becomes difficult to tell who is sincere and who has hidden intentions. Are they interested in you as a person? Or are they chasing an image, a fantasy, or social status? This uncertainty can lead to constant overthinking. Do they really care about me? Would they stay if I wasn't like this? Are they just trying to impress others? Over time, this erodes trust. And without trust, it's almost impossible to build deep emotional connections. So even when you're surrounded by people, you still feel alone. 4. High expectations create emotional pressure. Being seen as beautiful often comes with invisible expectations. People may assume that you are confident, happy, socially successful, emotionally strong. But these assumptions can trap you. You might feel like you have to maintain a certain image all the time, always looking good, always acting composed, always being perfect. This pressure can be exhausting, and it makes vulnerability feel risky. You might think, if I show my struggles, people will see me differently. So instead of opening up, you hide your real emotions. And the more you hide, the more disconnected you feel. 5. You may have learned to tie your worth to appearance. In many cases, society rewards beauty early and often. Compliments, attention, and validation can become part of your identity. Over time, you may start to believe that your value comes primarily from how you look. But this creates a fragile foundation. Because beauty is external, and external things can change. This can lead to internal anxiety. What if I lose this? What if I'm not enough without it? Do people value anything else about me? When your self-worth depends on something external, it becomes difficult to feel secure. And insecurity, even if hidden, fuels loneliness. 6. You might struggle to show your true self. If people constantly react to your appearance, you might start adjusting your behavior to match what they expect. You smile when you don't feel like it. You act confident when you're not. You play a role that others seem to like. But the more you perform, the further you move away from your authentic self. And here's the painful truth. You cannot feel truly connected if people don't know the real you. Even if they like you, it doesn't feel real. Because deep down, you know they're responding to a version of you, not the whole person. 7. Female friendships can become complicated. Beauty can sometimes create tension in friendships, especially with other girls. You might experience jealousy or competition, passive-aggressive behavior, difficulty forming equal, comfortable connections. Some people may compare themselves to you even if you don't want that. Others might assume your life is easy and dismiss your struggles. As a result, you may hold back, avoid deeper connections, or feel like you don't fully belong, even among friends. 8. You're surrounded by people, but still emotionally alone. This is one of the most painful forms of loneliness, being in a crowd and still feeling invisible. You might go out, meet people, laugh, and socialize, but when the day ends, there's no one you feel you can truly talk to, no one who understands your inner world. It's not about the number of people around you. It's about emotional depth, and without that depth, interactions can feel empty. 9. Fear of being hurt keeps you guarded. After experiencing superficial relationships or disappointment, you may start protecting yourself. You become more cautious, more selective, more distant. You might think, it's better not to get too close. People always leave or disappoint. I'll just handle things on my own. While this protects you from pain, it also blocks connection. And over time, self-protection turns into isolation. 10. You haven't yet found people who truly match you. Sometimes, loneliness has nothing to do with you personally. It simply means you haven't found the right people yet, those who value depth over appearance, are emotionally mature, are interested in your mind, not just your looks, can meet you on a deeper level. Real connection is rare. It requires alignment in values, emotional openness, and timing. Until those elements come together, loneliness can persist, even in a full social life. So, what can you do? Understanding the reasons is the first step, but moving forward requires conscious effort. 1. Separate your identity from your appearance. Remind yourself that beauty is just one part of who you are, not your entire value. 2. Practice vulnerability with the right people. Start small. Share thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Real connection grows through honesty. 3. Choose quality over quantity. It's better to have one deep relationship than 10 superficial ones. 4. Set boundaries. You don't have to entertain attention that feels empty or uncomfortable. 5. Explore your inner world. Develop your interests, passions, and self-awareness. The more you know yourself, the easier it becomes for others to truly know you. 6. Be patient. Finding genuine connection takes time. It's not something that can be rushed or forced. Final thoughts. Loneliness doesn't mean you are unlovable. It doesn't mean something is missing from your life. And it certainly doesn't mean your beauty has failed you. It simply means that what you truly need is not more attention, but more authenticity, more depth, and more real human connection. Being a beautiful girl might make people notice you, but being your true self is what will make the right people stay. And when they do, loneliness begins to fade. Not because your life becomes perfect, but because for the first time you feel truly seen.